Hey, Vols Nation. Vols beat Pittsburgh. We're number 15 in the nation. Those Georgia boys are still running their mouth. Let's talk.
Oh my, oh my, oh my.
Hey, if you guys want to
Welcome.
join, we're right down here, baby.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Thursday evening, 9 p.m. And it is
Milo's
time.
30.
It is time for the Very Orange live stream. I am your erstwhile co-host, known as the Super Genius Wiley, alongside my dear, dear friend. Introduce yourself to our public, if you will.
I am young Brandon.
And once again, welcome to the Very Orange live stream here on the Field of Streams webcasting network. We are coming off a huge, huge, huge victory over the Pity Panthers up
Huge.
there at Heinz Field. I refuse to call it anything else. Heinz Field there in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It wasn't pretty, but it was effective. I sat there the entire third quarter of that game with the song "The World Turned Upside Down" from Hamilton going through my head because our defense time and again bailed us out.
Mwah. Beautiful.
It was a glorious thing to behold. I have to admit I was very 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 proud of our boys.
Oh, I'm so here for it.
20, I believe the number was 23 QB rushes or
26.
hurries.
26, even better.
26. Oh, it was higher than that. Well,
Yes, sir.
so everybody that was bemoaning the lack of a pass rush against Ball State, there you go. There you go, right there. Let me tell
There
you.
you go.
So we cleaned that shit up real quick. We did give away a few big plays at the beginning of the game, but I mean, we managed to hold together at the time when when we needed it the most. I mean, Abacanda had that big run in the first quarter, and then their tight end made that hell of an athletic move.
Oh, that was awesome.
Hurdling over Flowers. That was that's an old Jay Novacek Dallas Cowboys move right there, baby.
Yeah, that was
That was pretty. And
on any level of the game.
For as shaky at times as our offense looked, I thought Pitt's defense looked pretty damn good too. I'll give them all the credit in the world. While we were beating the hell out of their quarterbacks, they kept us in check. And of course, our special team.
Our boys had the man of the South.
Oh yeah, Milo's iced tea,
and they had running through them, baby.
And they had been eating their French's. They had been eating their French's yellow mustard.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. And
let me take a little second to brag,
sure.
Because I forget this some bitch's real name. I'm just going to call him Abracadabra. I warned y'all about him on the game previous. I said, I saw him play against West Virginia. He had some damn good plays. I don't think that game would have been as close as it was if it wasn't for that young man. I've got it written down somewhere, but y'all know who I'm talking about.
Well, we held them to 176 yards rushing or something. It was under 200 yards.
Yeah,
so
that dude had a lot of those yards.
Yeah, most of those yards were his. In fact, he had a big chunk of those yards on that 75-yard run.
Yeah,
where they scored their first touchdown. So yeah, I mean, he definitely had an impact on the game. I will say he had a hell of a lot of help from his offensive line. That they opened up a hole that I could have run through on that play.
Yeah.
They were on the left side there. It was really nicely done. I mean, I did feel bad for their offensive coordinator losing his father. I thought that might be a rallying.
I wish I had the clip up. I don't have the clip up.
Yes, Todd Blackledge and yes, Mr. Mc.
Hey, ESPN announcers, y'all can kiss my whole ass. Whole ass.
We didn't get our story.
They almost made it as the double bag,
mm-hmm.
but that's a broken record.
It's early.
ESPN has hated us forever. It is early.
Oh yeah. Trailer trash.
Yeah.
I still hadn't forgotten that shit.
No, hell no. All right. So one thing I want to talk about, recent development, is this deal with Oklahoma. What are your thoughts on that, sir?
I'm kind of 50-50 about it. I mean, I can see it from the conference's standpoint, save it for conference play when they come in. I like the idea of being able to, honestly, because we've already done a home and home with them fairly recently.
Yeah.
I like the idea of being able to maybe schedule somebody in there that we normally wouldn't see, but maybe a Big Ten team. Maybe you get lucky and you get a Minnesota or an Indiana or even a Penn State in there.
2 other games with Pittsburgh and doing this all over again.
Yeah, I
kind of like
I would too. The way I don't know how possible that is
game
with the way things are shaping around. Hell, I'd love to see a Clemson in there.
Yeah.
And I don't recall the last time Tennessee played Clemson.
Yeah, it's been shit. It's been a long time.
Somebody look that up and send it to us.
Please.
Tater, if you're listening, we know you know that.
Tater's got to know that.
Tater's got to know that.
Notre Dame, I thought, was an interesting. I don't mind playing them.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Especially
mind.
Now.
I wouldn't mind seeing them coming back to town.
Can I do this move on the? I know you can't do it on the football field, but this
one of my fondest memories, 16th birthday, front row, section M, 90 Notre Dame game. I still to this day don't know what my dad did to get those tickets. And truth is I don't want to know. But the point is he got them.
Hell yeah.
And it was worth it.
I bet.
Oh, if Greg Amsler hadn't been a slow white boy, we would have won that game.
Let's just call this what it was. Well, going back to Oklahoma, I wanted to mention this. Do you think it's fair that Alabama got to play Texas?
Well,
Because Alabama
It's
kind of gets
but this is down. But these games and Georgia's in the same boat that we are with this.
Yep.
These are further down the road. You're talking 2023, 2024. So,
Right.
I mean, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with Alabama, honestly, in that situation. That if they had scheduled the game in 2022, that game had been scheduled back in what 2016, 2017.
Yeah, probably.
So that's not a. I mean that I don't have a problem with them doing the same
It's
thing.
not
Alabama.
necessarily a good look, but it was also, like you say, 6 or 7 years ago when they got this shit together. So
yeah.
But
replacing Oklahoma on the schedule, I mean, I would like to see a team that, either we haven't played in a while that was historically a rival. I would like to put the trade school back on the schedule. There's a Georgia term for you, because we used to play them every year. I'd like to see. I mean, maybe one of them, Penn State, Syracuse, put a West Coast team back on there. Put UCLA back on there. Put Washington or Washington State back on there. I would
always kind of liked it when they played UCLA.
Yeah,
myself. But that
those were some fun matchups.
The Pac-12 is a dumpster fire.
Well, yeah, but still a nationally televised dumpster fire.
This is true. Exposure.
Exposure is exposure.
Money.
But are we ready to discuss these
upcoming game? Yeah.
Yes, these boys from Akron. The only zip we'll be seeing on the football field on Saturday is what is the French's mustard that our boy Hendon Hooker will be putting on the ball as he zips it past the Akron defense.
Well, first you gotta notice the gentleman that's in our background,
Mr. Jason Taylor. He is the most famous.
He's such a good dude.
Graduate, and he is. Give him credit, and
a beast on football. I mean, he's awesome.
Akron has a good, has a pretty decent coaching staff. Joe Moorhead.
Adios, Jason.
Joe Moorhead, who was, some of you may remember, was the coach at Mississippi State immediately following Dan Mullen and preceding Mike Leach.
Oh, Dan Calhoun coming through.
Dan. Oh yeah, God, that was the Peach Bowl. Okay, I do. Yeah, okay, I do remember that. Never mind.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that was the Peach Bowl.
Love
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dan. I do. I probably drank my way through that one back when I started. But thank you for that, sir. I'm sure I knew it was out there somewhere. Akron.
Oh, by the way, for this Akron game, did you see what we're gonna?
Well, since you froze up on me, I didn't quite hear that, but you can tell me again.
We are wearing from shoulder down to ankle solid orange, baby, just like that flag behind us. White cap, white helmet.
I do enjoy the orange pants.
Yeah.
I do enjoy the orange pants. It is a good look. So Akron got shellacked. That's probably the kindest way to say it by Michigan State. They had forgive me while I check my notes. I was taking them at school. But they ran. This is how rough it was for them. They rushed 27 times for a net of 22 yards. Their starting quarterback, and I can't read my name. I think it's Jay Undercaffer. I think is his name. Was sacked 5.5 times for a negative 41 yards. They threw for 213 yards. They gave up, so they only had 225 yards. Their defense is averaging giving up 496.5 yards a
I've
game.
got their starting quarterback is DJ Icons.
Oh, DJ Irons, yeah, but I think if you look at the stats, they both played. But if you look, and he may be starting on Friday. But if you look at the stats, the Jay Undercaffer guy, I can't read my own handwriting. I apologize. Apologize for getting your name wrong, Jay. But it looked like he did start against Michigan State. Just like if you look at the stat line for the game, but Michigan State's defense had 5.5 sacks and 9 tackles for loss. So I'm looking for a big day from our front seven.
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, we're going to get after that ass. We were, the last line I checked, it was 50, had gone down to 49. I still am fine with that.
I've got 47.5.
47. That may have been. I know it went down, and I knew it was higher than I normally take, but I just don't think I don't think this team's any better than Ball State. I really don't. And
their numbers are better, but
barely.
Yeah,
barely. I mean, they definitely took a hit last week, and I don't think Michigan State's any better. I don't think Michigan State's any better than us.
Oh no, hell no.
To be perfectly honest, so I
Sparty might have been good last year, but they ain't. No,
they're going to get, they're going to take their lunch. But this was an easy game for them. I mean, their top tackler has 50. They don't have that many. They don't really have any sacks. Their top tackler is a linebacker named his first is Bubba. Yeah, he's got 15 tackles. They've got. How
do you say that last name, Drew?
And Selma, I think. And see him. I like I said, I can't remember him handwriting. Arslanian. Okay. Yeah.
He's only got
look. I have a day job, Brandon. Okay. I was taking notes. I was trying to take notes in between actually doing work. Yeah, but he had 15 tackles. They've got Victor Jones is a defensive linebacker. He's actually got their most of their tackles for loss. So, but they seem to be pretty undersized on their front line. So we should be able, I think, to from a numbers standpoint, if you put our beef against their beef, we should be able to push them around pretty easily and move them around.
Oh yeah.
So I think this is another game, but by the end of the third quarter, you're going to see a JM3.
Hey,
and
within 7 minutes or so, 5 minutes, we're going to do picks on here. Somebody join us. So
bring your ass home. The more the merrier. And I hope Juwan Mitchell gets to play. I really do. I would like to see him get some game reps before Florida.
Yeah.
I think that would do, even if it's just just sparing, even just sparing certain situations. That's the like to see. And get him some reps. Let Beasley take most of the snaps, but still get the kid warmed up for AR-15. And also something that you probably didn't hear about. I want to go ahead and get this out here. There have been rumors going around that Savion Herring had been arrested a while back. And I don't know where this came from. It hasn't been reported really by anybody reputable.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, and trust me, Heupel has shown that he's not going to. He's not going to
there to fuck around.
He's not going to put up with that kind of shit. If you have any questions about that, check the roster at Liberty. Okay, so if the kid may have done something, the cops may have gotten involved, but there's nothing to indicate that he got arrested for anything. He's been charged with anything. So
Yeah.
before anybody goes out there and starts, slinging shit, let's make sure we had the facts right. Okay. If the kid did wrong, he did wrong, and he deserves to face. He deserves whatever consequences he gets. And that goes for anybody.
Yeah.
Anywho, I think this is going to be a huge romp
factoid, which our friends around the bushes like so much.
Yes.
Whatever the hell they call themselves. I saw that QB was the second leading rusher on the team.
Explosive, baby. Explosive.
Yeah. I think it's more like
but they're explosive.
Like
he gets up against a good pass rush. It's gonna be the drizzling shits is what's gonna be.
Yeah. He'll have some explosive.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna find out. It's gonna be high times for step toe baggins.
Oh. By the way, folks, we're gonna be at this game. And if we don't have a live stream, we're going to take a bunch of pictures, some video.
Put it on Instagram.
Check out our socials. It'll be all over the place, baby.
We are doing our best to arrange it so we can be somewhere where we can set up to do a quick pregame live stream from a good location there near the stadium. So keep stay on the lookout, Brandon. When we get it worked out, Brandon will post it online.
Yes, sir.
Either way, good time's gonna be had by all.
Me and Mike Lindell.
Yep.
Do our best work on this thing.
Yep.
No more. All right, let's get down to some picks, shall we?
All right, show that spread, baby.
All right, some of these numbers are a little askew. I don't know what's going on. It's like people can't make up their minds.
No.
Well, we'll just go with what we got. I changed one of the numbers, and I think it's
them odds makers can be a fickle bunch of sons of bitches. So
this is true.
Yep.
All right, so what do you want to start with?
Surprise me, boo.
All righty.
People around here know I'm not a James Franklin fan. Not in the slightest. And I love our boy. I love our boy. W.A. Tidwell. But
shout out to Tidwell.
Fight the power.
And Tom Morello.
I just don't.
He can come on the show anytime he wants to. If he's a football fan.
I don't see Auburn. I don't see Auburn winning this game. I don't.
But you know what? They are a Jordan.
It is a Jordan Hare. It is on the Plains. But I'm gonna take those damned Lions in the 3 points. I just don't. I do not see Auburn winning this game. They still don't have a quarterback.
No, they do not. And that's basically 3 points. I mean, shit.
And Tank Williams will keep you in a ball game. He ain't gonna win. He ain't gonna win nothing for you.
No, not hardly. I think I'm with you on that. As much as I hate it, you know what? I ain't gonna be upset if Auburn surprises me, makes me look like a fool. As those boys around the bushes were talking about, this isn't a good, I think the greatest week for picks. But we march on. Now, this one is interesting, and I'm kind of dying to see what happens.
See, so Haynes King is being benched. He is not going to be starting this one. So, and I mean Josh Pate, hashtag the late kick with Josh Pate. He has this pegged. This offense, that the scheme that Jimbo runs, just is not getting the job done anymore. And he has all of this talent, and all we hear is how this talent is supposed. He has the number one recruiting class coming in, and
Yeah,
if he doesn't figure out this shit and fast, some oil baron is going to come around and give him that $86.5 million buyout.
no, that's probably true. But also before that, all these 5-star kids are going to go.
Yeah.
The fuck are we doing around here? Get the hell out of this place.
Walter Nolan is going to want to come home to mama, and I don't know that I want him back. Maybe I have some forgiveness in my heart later in the season, later on the cycle. I don't know, but right now, kid, you made your bed, lie in it. Okay.
Agreed. So what do you think? You think Miami is they're starting to build a team, and they are getting those recruits from the state of Florida.
I mean, we've got a tail now. Jimbo has shown that he can win big games, but that's 7-8 years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He has shown that he can recruit, but these groups at Texas A&M that he has recruited have underperformed. Mario Cristobal, good recruiter, good to great recruiter, underperformed at Oregon. Is now back home on Calle Ocho in Little Havana in Miami, back home where he.
Oh, I love Little Havana,
where he played. And the pressure's going to be on. I mean, the sweet homecoming ain't going to last for long.
Oh, hell no!
If he doesn't produce, so I'm going to take Miami plus the 5. I am, and Shelby Ward, Chadwick, love you, kid, but
sorry, girl.
I have no faith in Texas A&M right now.
They just look pathetic out there. I mean, I didn't watch
all the talent in the world.
I watched the highlights from the game.
Yep.
And
all the talent in the world does not overcome shitty coaching. Ask Butch Jones about that sometime.
Yeah, Alvin Kamara on the field and pissed that up town away.
Jalen Hurd. Juwan Jennings. Ask them about that sometime.
-5. I think Miami's got this.
I mean, I think A&M might pull it out by 3, but I can see that, but I have zero confidence.
I think I'm also going with Miami because Jimbo, you got shit to prove, and
you ain't been doing it.
Yeah, where is it?
It's about to turn into a Janet Jackson song.
Next, might as well look at the Bushmongers game. Now, this is whatever the fuck they call themselves. Who knows? this was actually, it went from this 24.5 back down to 24, I think. So we'll just call it an even 24 that they're giving to UGA, or they're giving to South Carolina. Sorry.
I personally, honestly, they're gonna need a sponge for Spencer Rattler by the second quarter in this game. I mean, if I'm Kirby, I got them boys with their ears pinned back, and I'm coming at them on every single fucking down. And Keeley, y'all better be able to cover 1-on-1 because I'm gonna come at him, and I'm gonna take him out early. And then I'm gonna put step toe Baggins on that field, and I'm gonna sit there, and we're gonna road grade, and we're gonna have 7-8. We're gonna have 5, 6, 7, 8 minute drives every single drive. We're gonna run that clock, and by the time it's over, I could easily see this game being 31-0.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, the trick is get home on Rattler, and then sustain drives, and this game should be laugher.
And then just rope it open till he can't handle it. just
I mean, even if you're getting in his face, getting pressure, make him have him make bad throws. He'll do it. He proved it against Arkansas. If you get if you get in his face, he's gonna make a mistake.
If you watched our compadres at the Small Tree Farmhouse or whatever they call, they were talking about Van, that receiver from South Carolina.
Yeah.
He didn't show up at the Tennessee game, and they were all talking.
He had one reception for 6 yards against Tennessee last year. Yeah, I remember that.
We was there, baby. Saw it all. Yeah, he's not even the leading receiver on the team, which I don't know why you wouldn't. I mean, dude's fast.
Oh yeah, most def. So I'm gonna take the dogs and the 24.5 minus the 24.
Dan says, "Hey, Steve Roden, if you'd like to come on here and talk to us."
Seriously, anybody, if y'all want to come on for a couple minutes, that's fine. I mean,
yeah, shoot the shit.
Just like Max the barber, our friend who
Max worked scissor hands
is our frequent guest who hopefully we will be seeing this Saturday. He has,
yes, sir.
We'll meet when Brandon comes to town. So what are your thoughts on this one, Brandon?
That 24. So you're taking UGA, obviously.
I'm taking Georgia. Yeah.
Until proven otherwise, and they face a defense that can stop them, they haven't been able to be stopped. And South Carolina, they're missing a few key guys off that line.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see South Carolina doing too much at all. Maybe if Georgia puts their backups in, which I'm sure if they run that score way up, it'll be, third string top guys. Yeah, I'm going with Georgia. That 24 points, I think, will suffice. This is an interesting one. It's kind of like when South Carolina plays Vanderbilt a little bit. It's got a little of that feel to it. But there's even more of like a mystery, like, hell, maybe these two teams will show up and be an offensive showdown. I really don't know.
See, this is.
But fuck some Brian Kelly.
I mean, this is another. This is
Just
this
if
is
you
a,
want to know where I stand, that's
yeah.
where I stand.
This is another one of those lines where Vegas is begging you to take LSU.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Brian Kelly. Oh, speaking of LSU, little aside here. Did you see the video of the fan that walked out on the field? Like, I think it was sometime during the first half of the game, literally walked out of the end zone stands out to the 10-yard line while the game was going, and nobody saw him. Finally, the cop, 2 or 3 cops came out there and got him on the ground and tackled him. The guy just walked out there like nothing was happening. It was,
yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah. So it's just like, so I mean that says something. I mean LSU kind of got their ego back. I won't say their manhood back because they were playing Southern, for God's sake. I mean, so take for 55-0 drubbing a Southern for what it's worth.
Big Dan,
DC. All right, so we are.
Ooh, Mr. Calhoun picked LSU +2. I already said LSU.
I mean, this one. I don't. If LSU does, I'm going to pick LSU absolutely just because they have to win this one.
By the way, Sir Calhoun's daughter went to LSU, so that might have a little something.
Yeah, they have to win this one.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, their only other shot's going to be against Auburn.
Yeah.
And so I'm picking LSU, but just because they just reeks of desperation, and I don't care for Mike Leach.
No, I don't. But I care less for Brian Kelly.
I care less for Brian Kelly, but Brian Kelly's got more talent.
No.
And they should win this game.
There's more talent at LSU, I'll say that.
Yes.
But they, I think Mississippi State is ripe for taking this one. I mean,
it wouldn't surprise me, but I can't shake the feeling that LSU is pissed off and they're desperate, and
that's all true.
Yeah,
that's all true. I'm sure.
So I'm gonna take LSU +2.
Damn.
I guess I'm a sucker. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm going back and forth. There's like a tennis match going on. Which team is gonna shit the bed? LSU.
Okay.
I'm going LSU because I think they're desperate. I think they're desperate enough that he's going to do whatever it takes. And Mike Leach is batshit crazy.
I mean, this one has the capability of being a track meet, honestly.
Yeah. Or it has the capability of being 3 to 5.
Yep.
Somehow. I mean, it's the most. Let's see. Did we talk about Oregon yet?
We have not, no.
So they talked about BYU Oregon being a game. So that is kind of an interesting game. Vols come last every time, baby. In case
Mhm.
y'all watching are wondering, we always talk about our Vols last. We're homers. Now, let's talk about this shit.
BYU
I think
BYU
that's
avenged.
-3 and not the 3.5. Like I said,
Yeah, BYU avenged the big loss from last year when they went to Lubbock, not Lubbock. Where's Baylor?
oh shit.
Lubbock's in Texas, Texas Tech and Lubbock. Anyway, where they went to Baylor and just got hammered. And they
Shelby, where's Baylor? That's our Texas girl.
yeah
She'll.
yeah. Anyway, doesn't really matter.
Why in the hell can I think
But
of that? Oh, the brain fart is strong right there. Baylor.
anyway,
Yeah.
anyway,
Go ahead.
they went to Baylor and they lost. Um, so and this year got their win back 26-20 over Baylor last weekend. So that was a big win for them. So they're coming in with a lot of confidence. Oregon.
Well, I'll tell you what's interesting about that is I thought if Baylor won out this season, which is always possible because sometimes they've got a half decent football team,
Yeah.
they would have made it into the championship, the playoffs. I think they would have had a case, maybe not the best case, but a case that, hey, but the Mormons put a stop to that now, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
If you're not drinking your chocolate milk and you can have caffeine, drink Milo's. That's a damn good commercial right there. All right, so what do you think? And Bo Nix, they put up a hell of a lot of points on whoever in the hell they played. Nobody, but I mean, if you can score, you can score.
Yeah.
Waco. Oh, the release. Baylor is in Waco.
Oh, it is in Waco. Okay. Sorry, I've been a little distracted.
Whoever wrote that down, wow, thank you so much. My brain was just hurting. Is in the back there. Just Baylor. Where's it at? Where? How could I forget? It's David Koresh's favorite football team.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm Oregon's got to defend their home turf. Dan Lanning has to. Um, they're still bleeding over getting stomped by Georgia. Yeah, I'm gonna take Oregon at home. They're minus 3.5.
Oregon at home. I know it's a tough place to play, but they did beat Baylor, and I'm wondering they've got the talent to beat Baylor. Do they have the talent to take it to Oregon? And that 3.5, I think, is minus the half.
Yep.
So all they got to do is win by a field goal. It's hard because Bo Nix has flashes. Hell, he's old. By this time, they might be hot flashes. Hey, that's my B. Arthur game joke.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go BYU just for the hell of it.
Yeah, that's one I kind of went back and forth on, but I mean, Oregon at home, they're angry. It's kind of the same situation as they're angry, they're pissed off, they're a little bit desperate,
They're a little
and
LSU
yeah,
action. All right. And finally, what you've all been waiting for. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. You know what? I might have forgotten to put the banner in there. I think I did. Anywho,
Well, it doesn't really matter. 47,
it's
47, 47 and a half. Tennessee over Akron. Akron. I'm. This could easily be another. Um, this could easily be another 59-10 game. Um,
yeah.
if not worse. We'll have 40 on the board before halftime. I think pretty easily. Um, so I bet take Tennessee in the points. Bet the over. Um,
Agreed.
it's gonna be worth it to you. It's gonna be worth it to you.
I think you made a very strong point when you said, "Hey, this team isn't that much. Probably
I don't I don't
not
think
as
I
good
don't
as
think they're
your."
as good. I don't think they're as good as Ball State.
Yeah,
I really don't.
it's quite possible.
Yeah. They have not shown me anything that would convince me otherwise.
All right, sir. Now I know I got this banner. Oh yeah, baby.
Give it to me.
It's time for this.
And if I remember correctly, the good had something to do with the opposition this weekend.
No.
Oh, we changed it, did we? Opposition from last weekend is what I meant. Excuse me.
Dun, dun, dun. The good.
Oh yes, yes, yes. I had not seen this. This is a little bit of surprise. I don't know why. I don't know why I am surprised. I shouldn't be. But Hendon Hooker wins SEC Offensive Player of the Week.
Offensive player of the week, baby.
Even though, um, from a critical standpoint, he didn't do much in the third quarter, and he was awfully shaky in the first quarter.
This is
His receiver
true.
and his receivers didn't help him out at the beginning of the game. There's some drops in there that should not have been made. Period.
No,
Um,
no. You know what was beautiful though? Overtime to Cedric
yep,
Tillman.
yep.
Pow.
And it
All
wasn't
day.
it wasn't a scramble. He wasn't panicking. He didn't get hot feet in there. He was moving up in the pocket to give his receiver time and to get a better view of his receiver to get him the ball. And it was a perfect pass. Also, I want
Dude,
to say I want to say fuck Pat Narduzzi. McCoy was forced out of bounds. It was a legal play,
you
and get
know,
over it.
I've got mixed feelings about our doozy.
I mean, he's
He
he's
went
a
up to
homer.
Hendon Hooker at
He
the end
did.
of that game.
He did, and I'll give him credit for that. But I did not particularly appreciate the way he behaved on that play
No.
because it was pretty damned obvious about what had happened there.
Yeah, he acted like a little piss baby. Don't get me
Mm.
wrong.
Speaking of bit piss babies, the Big 12 refs
This is definitely the bad. You know, I put this on
grounding in
Instagram.
grounding in the end zone is a safety.
Cannot
Okay,
do it. They just let them get
I mean,
away. This cost Texas the game.
It did.
They would have won by 1 instead of losing.
It did.
And I wonder what, I put this picture on Instagram as our pick of the week because this is a damn good picture.
Yep.
But also controversial. And I wonder what if, some people are like, hell yeah, man, look at that Bammer. He got rid of the football. And then some people are like, that was fucking ridiculous, which it was. Which, I mean, Bryce Young's athletic and all, but that's a safety.
Yeah.
Every time. Bigger than shit.
Yes, SEC, that's a safety.
Yes, sir. All right.
And the double bag.
The double bagged. Dren, go ahead and tell everybody who this gentleman is.
That is the former head coach in the Nebraska Cornhuskers, Mr. Scott Frost, who's going to be on who looks to be on the Dabo Sweeney coaching rehab train.
A little bit.
There are rumors floating around that he may land at Clemson as an analyst. There's some interesting mentions about who.
Because damn, you don't want him talking to players.
No,
giving him
there's some interesting ideas about who's going to be his replacement in Nebraska. I mean, of course, the usual people who, have been brought up in the past. Matt Campbell from Iowa State. Pope Meyer has been brought up, but I think he's still holding out for the Notre Dame job.
Now, how much was it? Was it 7 or 17 million? If they would have waited 4 weeks,
I think it was 7. I don't remember. It was a lot. They spent a lot. They spent a lot more money to get rid of him before October, and so whether or not it was worth it. They thought it was worth it. We got to make the change now. I mean, I don't know if it was that bad.
I don't know how it could be.
Yeah. I mean, hold on to the guy for the next few weeks, or just tell him he's not going to be brought back at the end of the season. And just go ahead and. Well, I wouldn't do that. You couldn't do that, but just. Let him coach the next couple of games, and then can him, save the money, because I mean, the guy's already the highest paid public employee in the state.
Yep.
I mean, so we've got to stop handing out. These schools cannot afford to be paying these buyouts. I mean, Texas Jimbo Fisher's on the hot seat, and it's $86.5 million to buy that contract out. I mean, he's going to be like Ed Ogeron, but said, brother, what door you want me out of?
Yeah.
write me a fucking check.
Exactly. I mean,
if y'all want me gone. I mean, Ogeron had the line of the century. They sat me down and said, Coach, things aren't going well. And I told him it didn't take Ray Charles to see that shit.
Yep.
And so I'm, these schools have they've got to be more fiscally responsible with this money. It's got to come from, I mean, it's got to affect them somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, and where the hell do you get a bunch of money in Nebraska from?
Exactly. ConAgra.
Yeah.
Some big ass farmer. The weird Vols. I actually like this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would wear this. I mean, I would wear that. I think it's. I mean, $70. It's a little pricey.
It's a
I
little
don't know.
bit pricey.
I don't know that I'd want to pay that. I think I paid 20 something for this, and so and it does what I need it to do. Um, but I like it. I do. I think it's cool. I don't think it's overly loud. So
Yeah, it's not too bad. Um,
yeah, I
Not
don't think
too
it's overly
bad.
loud, I would like it.
Yeah. The last thing was kind of like that. I had something else, but it seemed a little more appropriate for warmer weather. Uh, but I had that in the holster as well. Yeah. Some people don't like a Hawaiian shirt. I'll say, before Mike Willie, I didn't love a Hawaiian shirt like I do today.
For those who don't know who Mike Willie is an old friend of ours that Brandon spent a lot of time with and was friends with for many, many years in Chattanooga, who passed away um, long before his time.
Yeah. Good man. Uh, Pretty much kind to everybody. Uh, can't say enough good things about him. Um, all right, sir. Well, it is 9:56. Should we do the thing?
We should
Should we
rock
do
and
the
roll.
thing? All right.
Also, real quick, um, shout out to the Kentucky Rifleman, number 5, Chris Lofton. It was just announced that in an upcoming home game in this coming basketball season, his jersey is going to be retired. So congrats. So congrats to Mr. Lofton.
Yes, sir. All right. So recently it came to my attention some boys that were messing around with some trees or some kind of thing on the internet had something to say about my beloved Vols, our beloved Vols, you, the people watching, your beloved Vols. And yeah, so I'm going to do a little reenactment of it. Let's see how accurate you think it is, Dren. Wiley.
Go right ahead.
Hey, Wally. Hey,
What?
Wally.
Yo, what?
Hey, Wally.
Yeah, what?
You know what I like?
What's that?
These here factoids.
What kind of factoids do you like there, son?
Well, you know, the ones that hey, factoids. You know any factoids about Tennessee?
Yeah, I got a good one. Let me tell you something. You ugly ass hedge fuckers. You you I mean it's like they need to take Roundup to that joint. Let me just go down there and just spray them pitches and get rid of them. Then you won't have nothing to hide behind or go behind. In Tennessee, when we win a national championship, by God, we do it right. We go undefeated.
Fuck yeah.
We don't shit the bed in the SEC championship. We run it.
And with that,
Remember
we'll see y'all
that.
next time on the Very Orange live stream.